Hello folks, welcome back to the mud puddle. You're looking at the backyard of the main house. You can see all these metal beams and 2x6s and 2x4s. All this was enclosed when we moved here. I'm not sure what the previous owners used it for. It could have been maybe a garden area, I'm not sure. But anyway, over the last couple of weeks or so, we've been tearing it down. You know, we don't want to sit on the back porch and look at this. You know, I mean, the way it was put together, you know, there was chicken wire on it, this kind of wire on it, fencing on it. There was sheets on it, metal sheets. You can see some of this is still laying around. And, you know, it just wasn't very attractive looking. We got some old windows sitting back here, not sure what those are for. But anyway, you can see my chainsaw. I've been taking it apart. There was 2x4s and 2x6s going across. I've got one more row on top to take down. But yeah, that's today's project. You can see out here where I'm stacking all the old wood. I believe I'm going to use some of that as almost like pallets to be able to put my firewood on top when I store it away. And I don't know, maybe some of it will become firewood as well. It's really old and dried out, so it'll burn good. Anyway, that's today's project. Moving along, it's about 70 degrees right now, breezy, beautiful day to be working outside. And, you know, I'm home alone, so I have to make sure that I take my breaks and get plenty of water in me. But you can see, when we look at our back porch, at least we'll be able to see up along the hill instead of this, whatever this was. It's kind of hard to tell maybe on video, but we actually live on the side of a hill, which is kind of nice when it rains during the monsoon season because all the rain goes down the hill and past the main area, so we don't ever get flooded out. And, you know, it's a little hard to tell on video. I'm not sure which way to lean the phone here. But, you know, whenever I talk about going up the hill, that's where I head up, the back side of the house. And that's the back side of the property. That's looking north, and that's looking west. But anyway, you can see here, I'm not sure what all this was used for, but it's coming down. I may have to take the winch out of my truck to pull these out. These are metal, and they're pretty solid in the ground. But my wife had a good idea. You know, if we leave these metal beams where they're at, you know, she wants to maybe plant some vines along the bottoms and maybe have the vines grow up. You know, they're a good 10 feet tall, I believe. And then I'll get the weed whacker out here, take care of all this dry brush. And, you know, just another project. But anyway, folks, stay tuned, and I'll keep you posted. So besides the chicken wire and other types of fencing and the metal pieces, metal sheets, I mean, they had burlap stuff hanging. You can see it here too. You know, so, you know, I kind of avoided, you know, showing this the back part of the house here because it just was a big eyesore, you know. And we knew that this is one of those projects that we had to eventually tackle. And so here we are working on it. You know, among the other 7 projects that are still underway. But that's just the way it is here, you know. But fortunately, today's a good day. The last couple of days actually have been real nice. And wifey's out of town, so I'm here alone. I have to make sure I'm careful. And I don't hurt myself, you know. This is what I've taken down so far. And I even found an old shovel buried underneath everything. Look at this. I'll definitely put that to good use. Let's see, here's the lumber part. All the pieces that came off. There's metal there. A small junk pile here. These These are the 4 solar panels, 280 watts. We have 4 smaller ones on top of the shed here. That's where all the solar equipment is. This is basically the backyard for the dogs. Whenever we leave, they're back here. It's all fenced in. But all this eventually is going to come down. All this fence is going to come down. What we're going to do is we're going to build a new fence that's going to surround 2.66 acres. We've already mapped it out. And, you know, it's going to be a big project. But once it's all done, then the dogs will be able to roam around, you know, this area without running off too far, especially when we're, you know, out running errands or something. So yeah, that's a huge project, 2.66 acres of fence. Well, we have been here on the property for about a year now, and we're still finding things. Check it out, folks. This is the back area where I'm working. These are some of the things that I've found either buried or hiding behind stuff. We've got a couple of kitchen knives, steak knives, some scissors, looks like tree trimmers, metal bars, and of course a shovel that I found. Well, I was trying to avoid using the chainsaw, but yeah, they got screws up here. Let's see, there we go, right up there. And so I guess my little sledgehammer won't do the job, so I'm gonna have to take my chainsaw and continue to cut and make my way around. Water break. Even though it's nice out, you know, it still gets warm. Gotta stay hydrated. These are the metal beams. As you can see, I've been cutting the top. And these basically just slide out, usually. You can see that. And the only thing left will be these metal beams. Like I said, they're pretty secure in the ground. So we'll have to figure out what we're going to do with that. But I still have a little bit left along the top here. Well, as I'm cutting one of the beams, the chainsaw stopped. Well, there just happened to be some twine on that beam when I was cutting it, and I saw it there, but I didn't think much of it. And sure enough, they got tangled up inside here. So I had to take the cover off and slowly dig all that twine out. Basically a rookie mistake, but I'm going to put it back together now so I can keep going. Well, folks, after I put the chainsaw back together and tested it, everything seems fine. I decided to stop and take my lunch break. I'm having tuna fish with crackers. Basically, we're trying to cut back on bread as much as possible. It's super hard. You know, bread is just one of those favorite things of mine. But I don't know. I don't know if saltine crackers are really any better with my tuna fish. I don't know. At least I don't feel completely stuffed. Anyway, folks, back to work. Okay, folks, I have removed all the beams, the 2x6s, 2x4s, anything that's made out of wood. As you can see, the only thing left is on this corner a couple of big heavy planks, wooden planks, and a couple of railroad ties, but those railroad ties are going to stay there. But anyway, I'm trying to get these large heavy planks down. And instead of trying to force them down, they have screws. So I'm going to go ahead and take my drill and unscrew it all. You can see here's my drill. There's one of my portable solar generators. It does the job each time. So that's where we're at. We're almost done. Okay, I'm going to be using my left hand so I can hold the phone with my right, so this may not look very coordinated, folks, but I'm trying. Anyway, it's kind of hard to do with one hand. So I'll put the phone down and get these planks down. Well, I got it done. The only thing left standing are these metal beams, and you can see the mountain behind me. The only thing left to do now is bring one of my trailers up here and load it up and then separate it into two different stacks. A salvageable stack. Like I said, I'm going to use some of it to build a platform for my firewood, and whatever's no good, I suppose we can burn it this winter to stay warm. But yeah, pretty intense project. But you know, I took my time and made sure I didn't get hurt, and I got it done. Kinda. I still have all the cleanup work left. But thanks, folks, for following along. And as usual, folks, thanks for subscribing. Very much appreciated. And stay tuned, folks, for the next video. And we'll talk to you later.